last time on Dice Funk.
I guess I'll put that 3 in intelligence. What's the worst that could happen?
Thunderwave, and whenever I do Thunderwave, I'm going to yell at Flaffy.
The town of Stoneroot sprawls before you, and strangely you find yourself affected with a certain weariness.
This place sucks.
And I say, come on, let's just go to the inn.
Can we go somewhere else?
All right, there you go. You trip and fall on your face.
I do nothing.
You take 1 HP of damage. Your nose is bleeding. The Lord Erlin would be the man in charge, as you say. So, am I right in thinking that you guys are looking for work, then?
Who's gone missing?
Ulick, the Lord's son.
Well, when was the last time Ulick was seen?
When he went away to school.
Hey, Emma, we'll do it for free.
That's very kind of you, Anne, she says.
No, Anne does not speak for the group. Anne barely speaks for Anne.
I second Anne. I think we should do it for free.
Nods and says, 25 it is.
Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to Dice Funk. I'm Johnny, your dungeon master. Teller of tales, stabber of faces, stumbler of dialogues.
So, I'm Jess, and I play Jane, and I pretty much ignore Austin unless he's talking about editing something.
I'm Austin. I play Anne, the halfling cleric.
I'm Leon. I play Ronaldo, the human fighter.
Okay, so just a couple minor housekeeping notes. Last time we had a couple of rules things we've addressed since then, difficulty,
The difficulty challenge.
Yeah, for rolls. We fucked that up last time. We got it down. We have a couple character notes, like, we know Jess does not get an animal companion. We know that Leon's mace situation is sorted out. We've balanced that down for dual wielding and other stuff like that. So we have that taken care of. The character sheets are available. I posted them up on my Patreon. You guys can post them wherever you want. What else? Anything else, guys?
I just want to run over the difficulty challenge because I was thinking about it. I explained difficulty rolls, skill rules to you guys last time in error. And that would have been perfectly okay because I said, we're not that familiar with the rules, house rules over everything. But the more I was thinking about it this week, actually, the more it makes sense to me that if we're going to be leveling using 5th edition system, we're going to have to go to the 5th edition difficulty checks. So the way the difficulty checks work in 5th edition actually is instead of rolling under a stat, I basically, put forward, or you try to do something. Let's say Leon wants to do a somersault, and I'm like, okay, well, do you have athletics?
Wouldn't a somersault be acrobatics?
I suppose it would, I think there's some crossover there. And then what I do basically is I set a difficulty level. So I take a number. Now, I'm not going to tell you guys that number.
It's a secret.
It's a secret. All right.
Secret number.
It sounds
secret numbers.
So much more complicated than I thought it was going to be.
No. It's
super intuitive. All you do is you say, I want to do this, and you roll, and Johnny says if you did it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It works pretty much the same way that combat will work, where, you've got an opponent that has an armor class rating of 15, so then you need to roll with all your bonuses a 15 or higher, right? So it's the same like that. I will say, okay, Leon wants to do a somersault. Somersaults are pretty easy, so I'm going to give it a difficulty class of 5. I'm not going to tell you that I give it a difficulty class of 5, right? But then you roll your dice, you add whatever affecting bonuses that adhere to it, that apply to it. And then you say, oh, geez, I rolled a 6. And I'm like, congratulations, you somersaulted!
All of this is pretty intimidating up front, but once you get it, I think it's all really obvious, all common sense once you know the systems. I'm starting another game with some of my local friends on the block, as we call it, and none of these people have ever played, but they're all getting it pretty good. They all kind of understand, obviously not some of the more advanced spell stuff, but the basic systems are coming across pretty well.
Austin's cheating on us with another group.
Okay, Austin, I wore a corset for you tonight, okay? I can't believe this. Unbelievable.
I didn't realize we were exclusive. I'm sorry. There was
I posted a selfie on Twitter about it. Come on, man. You read my timeline.
Austin, I'm really happy that you're seeing other groups, because it means that when you come back to our group, seeing as how like we're shy and not as experienced as a lot of other groups out there, that means that you will have learned things, and then we can truly become a D&D group of the world.
So we can try all that hot butt stuff on this show.
I'm getting super
Exactly.
uncomfortable.
Between the corset and the hot butt stuff.
Okay, I just wanted to say really quick though, we actually started off with Pathfinder because that was the sheets and books we had lying around it, but that was way too complicated for everyone. So I pulled out my 5th edition stuff I got for this show, and it went much smoother. Obviously I've never played like a full Pathfinder game, but my impressions are that this is a really intuitive system, and that's really good for beginners.
They've really wrapped the rules down so that like almost every single dice roll you're making is like the same. One of the biggest problems about trying to teach somebody, even like, you know, I cut my teeth on 2.0 when I was a like preteen basically, and it was like you don't even want to know the math you would have to do. THAC0 rolls and things like that.
THAC0 sucks.
Yeah. And but like everything that you wanted to do in the game, you would have to like roll separately, because it would be like you want to roll under for this, but over for this, and high for this, but low for that.
Mm-hmm. And this is basically all D20. You want as high as possible.
Yeah. So they basically that's your goal. Roll high, people.
Oh.
High rollers.
Okay, so and then
High rollers in the sky brothel.
I will just say that Pathfinder is good for like hybrid games, like with like my other Pokemon Pathfinder group. We found a way where we basically threw out like half the Pathfinder rules and basically introduced the mechanics of Pokemon and said, well, you know what? We're just going to use Pokemon rules for that because that's just too freaking complicated.
Yeah, I tried to get into 4th edition before. I was reading up some of those rules, and I noticed a lot of it has to do with like the movement on the squares. It's like a lot of micromanaging that.
It's more, 4.0, a lot of reasons why a lot of people hated the transition from 3.5 to 4.0 and why a lot of people went from 3.5 to Pathfinder was because 4.0 was literally like WoW. So if you didn't play World of Warcraft, it was really, really friggin' annoying and uncomplicated, which is good in some ways, but bad in others because, you know, it's more streamlined for many, many players as opposed to like 3 or 4. So, you know, it was more designed for a lot of players. And then they, like, learned their lesson, saw that Pathfinder was doing what Pathfinder was doing, which was what a lot of people called 3.75 is what they called Pathfinder for a while. And then when D&D came out with 5.0, with 5th edition, they basically were like, yeah, we messed up with 4.0, but take this over here.
Yeah, I think that's definitely when they have like the daily powers and stuff. That definitely reminded me of MMO design. I also thought there was like a strangely like low lethality to the whole thing. Like people had a lot of hit points, and there was a lot of healing options for everybody, which I felt kind of really slowed the game down. But I've never played it like in a game, so maybe I'm talking out of my butt.
It wasn't great.
Yeah, it wasn't the best thing.
4th edition was the last Dungeons and Dragons that I played. They used to have this program when I was working at the game store, where every month or so, or every week, the time is a little hazy because it's been a few years now, Wizards of the Coast would actually mail, like, campaign encounters. And we had a de facto dungeon master at the store, who basically, you know, like, every X amount of, like, whenever we got the next installment, would run the next installment of the game. And they were written professionally. They had like a novel writer come in and write them all, but it was like, you know, you would spend about 20 minutes dealing with dialogue, and then suddenly it's like, uh-oh, the dead are rising, and then like the rest of the game would be like one encounter. Mm-hmm. And it was just feh.
So,
yeah.
Guys, before we start, my mom's calling. Should I answer it?
Yeah, sure. While you're doing that, there's one more thing I wanted to say before we started.
Okay. No, I
So-
was just wondering if you guys wanted me to, like, tell her, hey, I'm playing 5.0 right now.
You can do that if you're on the show, if you want to talk to her on the show, or you can just take a minute to go do that.
No, I'm just gonna tell her, Mom, I can't talk right now. I'm playing D&D. It's more important.
Go away, Mom. I'm doing nerd stuff.
Alright, hang on. Hello?
Oh, we're doing this on the air.
Hey, Mom. So you caught me at a really bad time. Well, I'm playing D&D with my friends.
Well, your friends and Johnny.
Yeah. I mean, let's not.
No,
Blow this out of proportion here.
no, not in the house. Like, I'm playing on Skype.
I know what I am to you people. So.
I'm playing on Skype, and we're actually recording right now, so can I call you back in, like, an hour? Oh, you're gonna be asleep. Okay. Can I call you back tomorrow at, like, 10 o'clock? I'm not laughing at you, I swear.
That was me.
No, that was my friend Leon. He's laughing at the fact that I asked to call you back tomorrow.
I find
right.
it very disrespectful.
Am I gonna be yelled at tomorrow? No, because you'll be at work. Okay, good. Awesome. Alright. I love you and stuff. I'm sorry that my friends are a little bit more important right now.
I know you gave me life and everything, but like I got orcs to punch.
Right.
She was like, "Are you seriously recording this? Like, am I really on like a recording right now?" I'm like, "Well, they're not going to hear you. They're only going to hear my half of the conversation."
Does your mom want to roll up a character? You can just put the phone up to the microphone. It'd be great. No, just the last thing I wanted to say before we started. I assume you guys are following me on Twitter. Are you guys aware of the ongoing adventures of a tribe called Kanye Quest?
I am, actually. I've been reading those.
No.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, in the other campaign I'm running, or I'm not running it, I'm not even DMing it, but my brother wanted to be a mind flayer because he looked through the book and he thought that was the coolest looking monster, but the DM wouldn't let him. So
Of course not. Jesus Christ.
So basically he set out to make this all about him. I don't know, as revenge or just because it amuses him, but he rolled up a character named Kanye Quest. and he named all his equipment after, like, he named his like Kanye's vest is his armor, and his sword is Kanye's best. And all of the other player characters are playing as his hype men, and we're just gonna go around to like taverns and shit, being like, "Oh hell yeah, Kanye's in the house! Give us
Austin,
a quest!"
So, Austin, what you're saying is your brother is the Ronaldo of that group.
He definitely is. Well, here's the thing: he rolled monstrous stats. He has like all upper teens. I think he has like a 20.
Oh my god.
He has like a 20 in strength or something at level 1. It's nuts. His character is insane, and we're all like normal. So we're just basically gonna follow him around and hype him up. It's gonna be some shit. But like, it's basically a comedy campaign. Like, my character has a mace, and I call it William H. Macy. It's good. It's good times, guys. Is all I'm saying. Okay. So that's what. That's
so
the
what's
other
that
thing.
make us?
This is gonna be good too. We barely started, but I think it's gonna be super good.
So you were cheating on us before this even started, is what you're saying?
No, there was a 10-day gap between episodes of Dice Funk. In the middle, the adventure, or is it? It's a Tribe Called Quest. Is the other campaign we're doing? This is Dice Funk.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Congrats if you get that reference. I assume our audience isn't super into rap, but if you are,
I know.
I'm dating the
Tribe
rap
Called
critic,
Quest,
so
for
I
crying
better
out
get that
loud.
reference.
not you guys. I said our audience. Are you our audience? Come on.
Our
Well,
audience,
I technically am when it comes to Ronaldo, apparently, because he takes credit for everything.
I do stuff.
Okay, all right. So, do you guys remember where we were last time?
Yeah, we were sitting in the tavern, and this woman had just given us a quest to go to what I'm gonna think of as like a super fancy prep school for her missing boyfriend.
Okay, so Emma
Yeah.
was the young lady's name.
Okay.
God,
Emma,
Ronaldo, you didn't even remember her name?
Look, her name isn't important.
So Emma has confided in you that her lover, Ulick, the son of the Lord of Stoneroot, the town in which you are currently, has gone missing. He was supposed to go to school about 2 months ago, and she has been writing letters to him, but been hearing nothing back from him. And I believe Ronaldo managed to haggle her into 35 gold.
It was 20. It was 25, if I'm being honest.
It was 25.
Yeah,
25.
It was supposed to be 20, and then I haggled to 25.
And you haggled up to 25. Okay, so. All right, so that's where we are, and we left in mid conversation as well.
Okay.
So,
well, the first thing I want to do is a somersault. So no. We can continue the conversation. I'm just looking for details, like what is this town called? What is the school called?
The school's called the Pikmin Academy. She says, but she's
Pikmin?
not sure. Pikmin,
Like the Nintendo game? Well, it is now,
No.
whether you want it to be or not. I'm sorry.
Pickman. Pikmin Academy.
So they
If-
pick men to go to the academy, but
Oh god.
if you want to draw fan art of Pikmin Academy, please give it the Pikmin head with the little leaf on the antenna. That's all I want from this episode.
What is the name of the town, and which direction should we be going to get there?
She says that she doesn't actually know the name of the town that it's in, and she doesn't know where it is.
All right. Well, then we need to talk to the head of this town and figure out what's going on. Then Get some
Lord
direct-
Erlin, she says?
Yeah, the Lord. We need to talk to the Lord if we're going to get there. So, could you tell us where the Lord is usually? Is there like a Lord office?
He's usually at his manor.
And where's this manor?
She gives you rough directions how to get to the manor in town.
What manner of manner is it?
Oh my god.
Stately?
Okay. So,
She continues to eye Anne with a little bit of suspicion and curiosity and revulsion, all kind of mixed into one. It looks like she's having a very novel emotion to you guys.
oh, okay. All right. I'm basically like saying, all right, we need to get to this manor. We might as well get this over with. So everyone drink up and let's go.
You really want to talk to him while you're drunk?
Look, I only had one beer. That's not drunk for Ronaldo.
I bought everyone two!
Do you want mine, Ronaldo?
It's true, Leon. The bartender looks at you and motions with his hand as if, do you want a refresher on that?
No, I need to be. Ronaldo needs to be clear-headed to ask questions.
Alright, I'll drink yours, that's fine.
That's fine. I'm gonna keep all my stats in order.
Jane, how much do you weigh again?
Well, I'm a 5'11",
-1 strength.
human with
you
-1 strength, so yeah.
but +1 constitution, so...
So technically it evens out, right?
Yeah. Okay, alright. I'm gonna say that seeing as how this is probably, like, not great ale...
Yeah.
Wait,
Here,
your gold bought 2 for everyone, right?
Yeah.
mhm.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying is that Jane's got 3.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jane. I haven't clarified the gender of your character yet. Are you male or female, or does it? How does Jane identify?
According to Twitter, I said she was blonde with blue eyes like the sky and nice boobs, ?
All right, all right. So Jane, you can handle your liquor.
Yeah.
However, Anne,
I didn't drink. I pushed both of mine in front of Jane.
I did not take them because I just had 3.
Okay, well, I'm a small person, so obviously that would fuck me up. So I'm not going to drink.
are you smart enough to know that, Austin?
That's fair, but I'm also a cleric, so
Okay.
I mean-
oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but you're also a halfling.
that's racist.
What does that even mean?
Only a little bit.
No, I'm for the purposes of this adventure, I'm probably not going to drink because I'm a cleric, and that's not how I'm going to roll. So
So wait, I'm the drunk of this party?
For now, it seems like it.
You guys know I don't drink in real life, right?
nope, literally nobody in this party drinks in real life at all.
That's really weird.
Yeah.
This is the Teetotaler cast. I'm your host, Prohibition Bob.
I drink,
You're not a player.
John.
but I guess I'm not in the party.
Yeah. All right.
I'm probably gonna wind up drinking more now that I have to put up with you guys.
Hey!
Hey.
That's not nice.
Guys, we are still in the tavern.
I
and
know.
We're a half an hour into this thing.
That's because Anne keeps trying to push her drink closer to Jane because she's not taking them. I'm just going to keep pushing them.
So they fall over.
If she doesn't stop me, I will push them onto her lap, yes.
We need to go to the manor. I get really, like, dickish about this and bossy.
Really? I couldn't tell from your tone of voice.
Fine,
Right.
Ronaldo, we'll go to the stupid manor. And then I'm gonna get up.
Hey now, Jane. Don't you stay calm in the face of absolutely everything here?
Might need to revise that character.
You
sheet.
have had three glasses.
Yeah,
three
when
of
I
ale, though,
drink,
so.
I'm probably not gonna stay calm. I'm probably gonna be a little surly.
Hulk smash. All right.
Okay.
Leon, all you have to do is say, I leave the tavern, and we'll follow you.
I leave the tavern, and will follow me.
And follows. And follows holding onto his pant leg.
This is great.
At the ankle, or like...
Like halfway up the thigh. Like, she's tiny.
Jane just takes one last look at Emma and goes, I have to deal with these people, and then walks out.
Jess, you missed our conversation about this on WordFunk, but although people are definitely going to ship Anne and Ronaldo, I've decided that Anne is too stupid to legally consent. So
Too dumb to fuck.
Wait, are you going to try to get with me now? Is that what's going to happen?
No, I'm just saying that for although Anne clearly has a crush on Ronaldo, this will not happen because it just seems wrong. So anyway,
Too Dumb to Fuck is my favorite Dead Kennedy song.
I'm trying to say this in a really responsible way, and you're making it sound just awful. But anyway,
set that manor scene, bro. Unless we encounter something on the way. Are we doing anything on the way there?
Or is it like a straight shot?
I think it's like Johnny's thing.
I'm asking. You guys are like standing in the street right now.
I'm walking to the manor. I'm going straight there.
Okay, straight to the manor. Lord Erlin's manor stretches out rather modestly. Its well-fortified and guarded exterior seems inappropriate for the underwhelming mansion contained within. While it certainly exudes a presence that seems to predate even the city itself, its lifelessness exceeds even the barest burrows of stone root you've come across so far. You notice, however, that it is exceptionally well maintained, with greenery and water features bordering on obscenity compared to the city. On second thought, though, this obscenity must be more understated than first surmised, considering the only colors you remember seeing while wandering the streets are shades of stone dust, sometimes adorning wood. With that thought, however, you notice the Erlin's manor appears untouched by the dust. Its age suddenly becomes confusing to you, as though it had only recently become old. And I would like everybody, please, to do a perception roll.
Oh, okay. What is that? I mean, what am I typing in here?
D20, 1d20.
Oops.
So we're trying to get high. Is what I'm trying.
Yeah, high is good in
Okay.
5th edition.
I really thought he was gonna say high isn't.
Nah.
Never mind.
I mean, I rolled a 6, Leon rolled an 11, Jessica rolled a 13.
Okay, all right.
And you add your mods, guys. So
I
make
haven't
sure
added my mod yet. Hold on.
Do I have a mod? What is my mod?
it's right next to the word perception on the character sheet in the list of skills. I fixed your math, so it should be right.
Let me find it.
16.
Oh yeah, Jess has our highest wisdom, or your highest perception, definitely. So if we notice anything, she does.
Okay, so Jess is at 16. Anybody else?
No, we got 8 and something else here.
8 and something else.
Hold on. I'm looking at my dealie.
Can that be the name of the episode? Hate and something else.
What am I looking at? What stat?
See, yours says +0. It's in the skills list, that big list on the left. So it says perception +0. So you just take your raw roll.
Okay, my wisdom is 10. So.
All right.
And I got 11.
Well, no, you don't take that. Next to wisdom, see where it says perception? So you get +0 to your 11.
Okay, you know what I think I'm going to do about this here, though? Is that when we have rolls like this, I think I'm going to type private text messages to people. Does that roll with you? Because now I'm just telling all you guys all at once.
Well, it's an audio show.
Yeah, I suppose so. I know. I'm just trying to figure out a way for you guys to be able to role play the information.
Yeah, I think Leon and I are intelligent enough not to act like we know this. If Jess is the only one who notices, we won't fuck you on that.
All right. Okay. Well then, Jess. Looking at the manor fills you with an inexplicable sense of unease. You're not sure what it stems from, but there's something weirdly suspicious about it.
But I can't quite put my finger on what it is.
Yeah.
Ronaldo says, I got a good feeling about this.
And wipes her face on Ronaldo's pant leg to get the dust off.
I allow it. Just because I don't want to
The guard
fight.
in the hut next to the gate looks at you expectantly and takes one step out his little hutch.
Ronaldo?
Oh, hello. We are Clan Ronaldo, and we are here to see the Lord.
Ronaldo.
Yes.
Never mind.
The guard eyes you all silently for a small period of time, and then asks, "On what business?"
I stick my tongue out at him. That's the sound I make.
Thank you for that.
I'm afraid the sanitarium is that way. The guard motions and begins to step back inside the hutch.
Wait. No, this is actually serious business. I apologize for my tiny friend. We just need to speak to the Lord about a matter of some importance that I'm sure he will be interested in.
Leon, are you gonna try to sweet talk this guy?
Well, I was hoping I could just say it, but yeah, I could roll for charisma.
Because I have a cantrip called Guidance. I can give you a bonus to your next skill check. Because I'm touching your leg, so I can do it on the sly. Just give you a little butt touch.
If that, I'm down with butt touch.
I rolled a 1d4. So you get a 4 bonus to your next thingamajig.
Okay, so I'm rolling charisma. Okay, 1d.
Well, persuasion, I would imagine, right? If you're trying to.
Oh, persuasion. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have to look at all these numbers. At persuasion, I have +3 to that.
Yeah. So then plus the 4 I just gave you, so you're at +7 to whatever you roll.
Okay. I have an idea. I press this, and then it says +7. So
Fuck.
I crushed it.
Yeah. You want to role play that a little bit?
I wink at him so hard he loses his mind.
You can't tell the story, okay? You're just saying that you wink.
Fine. I will tell the first half of it.
He just starts coming uncontrollably.
Fine. I'll just do my part. I wink at him so hard, and Johnny, you can tell me how he reacts, but I totally crushed it.
He's stunned for a second. You see his lower jaw kind of like drop a little bit. It's not clinging to the top of his mouth as it normally does. He gets this look on his face like there's something that he should be doing right now, but he can't quite think what.
24 on this check is like you could slay a dragon with that wink.
Well, my goals are pretty low.
He kind of starts to blush a little bit.
Me?
And then like you see this like knowledge suddenly jump into his eyes, like he's like he suddenly understands something that has long been a mystery to him. And he stammers at you, I'll go get the head of the household guard. And then he turns around on his heel, disappears back into the hutch, is gone only for a couple of minutes, and comes back with another man who's a little stiff in his walk, but he has a amiable enough face. He steps out, shakes your hand, and introduces himself as Fidrick, head of the household guard, and says, "I believe you people are looking for an audience with the Lord."
Yes, we are. It's very important. I'm sure the Lord would love to see us.
Well, if you would do me the justice, please, of following me through. He motions to the guard inside the hutch, who, still with a very blushed expression on his face, signals outside for the guards inside the compound to open the gates. Fidrick walks ahead of you to the front door, opens it, and motions for you to go inside.
Thanks, Vidrick.
Are we actually like... Oh,
yeah, let's follow, I guess.
Oh, wait. So are we actually going in? Is that what's going on?
Yeah. Fidrick says we can go in, so we follow, I guess.
Why wouldn't we go in? We have no reason to believe anything's going on here.
Yeah, I think everything's going to turn out just fine for Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Everything's coming up Ronaldo.
Yep. I walk in, and like in a really dickish, cocky way.
The great hall of the manor makes apparent the well-being of the Erlin family if its well-kept exterior somehow kept that fact from you. Its opulence rushes over you before you even have a chance to examine more than a fraction of its set pieces. It once again strikes you as strange that the manor, while modestly sized, should be so richly decorated in comparison to the sparse town. Fidrick gestures you down a hallway and walks carefully ahead, with another guard in tow.
This place is shiny.
It sure is, Anne. I see nothing but good things ahead of us.
I just look at the two of them and just shake my head and keep walking.
So we're following Fidrick still? Is that what we're doing?
Johnny keeps giving us outs, and we keep going deeper in. It's great.
Hey, no, I'm making sure, because, I mean, you know, like, the character is gesturing and moving, and you guys are just like, wow, shiny!
Ronaldo has no reason to suspect anything bad is happening. I mean, the guard is clearly into him, and Fidrick seems to be doing what we want him to do, so he has no reason to think
no, the other guard that you winked at so hard is still back at the gate.
Yeah, no, I know he's back there. I'm just saying, everything seems to be working out, so there's no reason for Ronaldo to be worried.
And Anne would follow Ronaldo off a cliff, no questions asked. So,
all right. So you're following down the hallway there.
Yeah.
The hallway is adorned with portraits of the Erlin family, dating back for over hundreds of years, if the plaques underneath each portrait are to be believed. The uniformity of them seems somewhat strange to you, but you're not sure why. I want everybody to roll another perception check, please.
9.
9 with bonuses is 11.
Ooh. I have no bonus that I know of.
So you're at 15.
So it's 15, but that's decent.
Okay, Leon, Ronaldo notices that the past 8 to 10 or so portraits look uncommonly similar. Fidrick suddenly stops at a door and raps upon it more ceremoniously than your impression of him would let you guess. A comfortable pause, followed by a deliberate series of clicks, have him sweep the door open and stride into the room. He introduces you to a silhouette in a chair at the opposite end of the room, a chair facing a strange blazing fireplace, one that seems misplaced. The figure stands. The Lord Erlin cuts an unassuming figure in his late middle age. He bears no accessories to wealth, as you might assume from his surroundings. He's clad in leather and cloth, with a weathered visage. He looks at you, unimpressedly, returns to sitting, and gazes back at the fire.
I'm a little insulted.
I'm gonna give Ronaldo another one of my cheeky butt squeezes to give him guidance again, because that's a cantrip. I can do that at will.
Okay. By the way, I don't say I'm a little insulted out loud. I'm just saying I'm a little insulted.
That's a +3 to your next check there.
Oh, okay.
I can only have one of those active at once, but I'm going to keep giving it to you.
Thank you.
Out of combat. All right. So, do you want to start? I'm
gonna try to get some information out of him.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, not good.
Well, you get the 3 plus your whatever persuasion, which is
Oh, right. Hold on.
Which was 4, right?
Hold on. No, my persuasion is 3.
Okay, so you get 13.
That's fine.
You still get to roleplay it a little bit. Roleplay your 13.
Okay. Oh, okay.
He greets you rather bluntly. May I be of service?
Yes, actually, you can.
I'm gonna whisper, give him the wink!
I get the strange feeling that won't work with this guy. So, I say, we were wondering something. You see, we're actually on a very important mission, and I think it would be of interest to you. You see, we met Emma. Do you know this Emma?
Emma, he says.
Well, she's concerned, understandably, and, well, we are searching for, and I kind of stumble over my words for a second because Ronaldo kind of forgets his name and says,
You're here about my son, he says.
Yes, Ulick, that's it. And he snaps his fingers because he just remembered. Yes.
Yeah, Ronaldo definitely just remembered.
No, I literally wrote it down on a WordPad file.
That's cool.
I'm playing it up. But yes, we are actually looking for Ulick. I'm sure this is of great interest to you, and all we need, we don't want to bother you, but all we need is the name of the town where he is, some directions, then we'll just be out of your hair.
Hi, I'm Anne.
Oh my god, Anne.
Ulick's at school, he says.
Yes, the Pikmin Academy. We are aware of that. If you could just point, that would be great.
I'm not in the habit of giving away my son's locations to strangers who barge into my house.
Well, in fairness, we did not barge in. I winked in.
Did you say that?
Yes. I want to say that out loud.
You'd be like, my boy Friedrich was like, yeah, come in.
Yeah.
Got the hookup.
So, in fairness, we were let in gently, and we didn't force our way in. We are strangers in the sense that you haven't met us before, but obviously we know Emma, we know of Ulick.
You're here on Emma's behalf, then.
Yes, exactly. We are here on Emma's behalf.
Emma's nothing but a leech.
I take 2 steps back away from Ronaldo and Anne.
That seems wise.
Sneakily, are you about
No,
to duck
I'm
it?
not. No, I'm trying to disassociate myself from you guys as
Wait,
loudly as possible without actually drawing attention to myself.
Emma was a human, right?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say that. Emma's a human.
He glances over his shoulder and then stares back at the strange fireplace. All the money that my son showered upon that woman made it absolutely clear that to finish his education he needed to do it far away from Stoneroot. I've done absolutely everything in my power to make sure that the boy grows up well and will take his rightful place as the lord of this town when my time comes. He had a capricious heart. His interest in whores in this town was nearly legendary, and his fascination with this Emma would be over just as quickly as it started. You need just ask anybody. She was ruining him. By now, he's probably even met another strumpet at school, and is spending all his misguided youth on her instead.
You said the fireplace is weird. What's up with the fireplace?
You take a look at the fireplace, and there are rocks inside it, on top of the logs that are burning, that are strangely shaped, and about as big as human heads, burning like coals.
Either that's some foreshadowing, or you just gave away the farm, bro. Hold on, just 1 second here. Yeah, I have a cantrip, which is thaumaturgy. I can change the color of fire. So I'm gonna make the fire purple. Just apropos of nothing, I'm just gonna be like, ooh.
Okay. Any reaction from the old man?
It's literally just a party trick, spell. It doesn't do anything, meaningful.
He asks, "Are you finished?"
Actually, look, alright, here's the thing. Look, one very powerful man to another. Here's what's going on. There's money involved. You understand that. I'm sure the money passes through here all the time. Basically, all this is about for us is some gold. All we have to do is we go to the town, we confirm that he's safe, just like you say he is, and then we get out of here and we get our gold, and maybe we'll split it with you. And I say maybe in a way that everyone else in my party knows I'm lying. But not him.
Why would I need your gold, he says. I'm lord of the richest town in the region.
I start to get angry.
Ronaldo,
Because,
don't get angry.
look, old man, we can turn fire purple. I feel like you want to really tell us where he is.
I turn the fire lime green.
Yes, and green.
He wraps his hand on the chair and calls Fidrick's name.
You idiot. I say as calmly as possible because the alcohol has worn off.
Fidrick and 2 other guards come into the room and ask, "My lord, is there a problem?" And he says, "I think I've had enough of these visitors. Please show them out."
Okay, I want to look up these guys up and down. What are their weapons and equipment? Just at a glance.
You know what? I wrote stats down, but I didn't write down. I didn't write down the inventory.
You know what? That means they're unarmed.
No, they are armed. You can't. You're not making up the rules, Leon. I make up the rules.
It's Ronaldo's
These
house
are my
now.
rules.
right.
House rule, you just spontaneously come down with pneumonia. You weren't standing close enough to the fire.
Okay. All right. Well, good. Well, I'll give you a minute to give me some information here. I just want to.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I like I said, I wrote the stats down, but I didn't write down like what it was that they were equipped with. So I apologize.
That's okay.
That's my bad.
That's all right. You probably weren't expecting me to pick a fight.
Do you mind if we, like, just back up, like, 3 seconds, like, as they're coming through the door?
Oh, if you needed to do something as they were coming through the door, absolutely.
Okay, I just wanted to know, because, like, then there was hubbub and nonsense. And okay, so basically what I'm going to do is, as they're coming through the door, I am going to start circling my way around Ronaldo and Anne towards the Lord, and I'm going to stop about 3 feet away from him.
Behind him?
Yeah.
Would that be? Okay. Leon, they are armed with scimitars and chainmail.
Let me look at my stats real quick.
Ronaldo is like, I can take him!
I got a pretty hefty armor class over here, and I do, hold on, let me check my equipment. I have chainmail too, but then again, there are 3 of them. And I'm not sure how down everyone else is towards fighting these guys as much as I am.
I mean, Leon, even if we do take them, we just murdered 3 dudes in the mansion of the guy who owns this entire town. We're gonna get fucking murked in the streets.
Okay.
This only ends with us hanging from a tree.
I don't know. I feel like that guy with the massive boner for me might come to our aid once we get to the gates. Also,
out of character, this guy's clearly fucking not who he says he is, and probably could take us single-handedly.
All right. I ease up a little. I don't draw my weapons at least.
So they come in the room.
So they come in the room, and the Lord says, Fidrick, I believe I've had enough of our visitors. Would you see them out, please?
Hi, Fidrick.
Fidrick nods at Anne kind of confusedly.
I kind of, look at him, but not intimidatingly, but I go, what if we took care of Emma for you? So she stops causing trouble.
Holy shit!
I look.
Wait, is that the whisper? Can we hear that?
No, you can hear it. I say it in front of all of you.
Oh, okay.
I don't give a fuck.
I look at Jane and say, "What?" Because even I'm not like lawful good here. I'm true neutral, but even Ronaldo finds that offensive.
I'm chaotic neutral. I don't care.
I know. All right.
Anne would be opposed to this if she understood what you meant.
The Lord responds, I'm sorry, did I lead you to believe that peasant was a problem for me?
Well, she keeps assuming that people will help her. I mean, what if we took care of that for you?
She fucking hired us. I don't say that.
Language, Ronaldo.
I'm not saying that as Ronaldo. I just mean, I'm just saying she fucking hired us.
My son is well taken care of in the care of the Pikmin Academy. He's fine.
I don't doubt that.
He's been there nigh on 2 months now. And if this Emma wants to splash waves, she may splash them. I'm not sure why her attachment to him has lasted so long, but when my son's disinterest in her becomes more apparent, I'm sure she'll find someone of slightly lesser stature to cling herself to.
Makes sense.
Reading the atmosphere of this room, I'm gonna get all huffy and be like, no fighting!
Fidrick looks at Anne, looks back at the Lord, and says, Is there trouble, sir?
Okay, question out of character, please. What does insight actually mean? Like, what does that mean? I don't know what that means.
Do you mean like the skill insight?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I've never seen that before. I think that's like exclusive to 5th edition.
It's like detect motive, I think is what it's called in Pathfinder.
Oh, like sense motive, you mean?
Sense motive, yeah.
Okay, can I do a sense motive check on this guy?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, cool. I'm sorry. Insight motive, or insight whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, just, whoop.
22.
Whoa.
I got a +5 to insight.
All right. You get the impression that the Lord is actually interested in quelling trouble that Emma's causing, but not in a way that would disparage his reputation with the working classes. So you gain the feeling that he does want people to know that his son's okay, but he's a very inherently distrustful man.
Well, I sure didn't help.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my quarterstaff, and I'm going to say, okay, no weapons. This is just me talking to you as a person.
And picks up the quarterstaff.
And saying, what will help you keep your reputation intact so that we can take care of Emma? Do you need a scapegoat of sorts?
Why did she send you in the first place?
She didn't send us. Ronaldo made the decision.
Yeah, this is basically money for me, and I do say that out loud.
I'm in the background. I'm poking Frederick with the quarterstaff playfully.
I'm also looking around the room for things to steal, and my character is not a thief. He's just petulant, and he feels like this old man has dissed him.
Screw this crotchety fuck.
As you're browsing the room, Ronaldo, Fidrick clears his throat rather purposefully.
Okay. Alright, I back off. I'm a dick, but I'm not an idiot, so...
The Earl continues to talk to you, Jane. He asks, but why did she ask you to come?
Ronaldo thought she was good looking or something. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention. I was kind of buying 2 rounds for the whole bar, actually.
Ronaldo let everyone into the city. Ronaldo's a hero.
Oh, you're with the refugees, the Lord says.
Yes. Well, I helped them into the city, and that's all.
Well, that would explain why she reached out to you, he says. Everybody else is well aware of the fact that my son has been away at school for 2 months.
Makes sense.
I just don't understand why it's such an ordeal.
I feel like Ronaldo is like, in his head, he's like, obviously she loves him, but I feel like if he says that, it's gonna piss off the old man. So, I don't know.
Some people don't understand why attachments are bad.
I had hoped she would give it up, he said. My son was trouble with her, and she was trouble for him. He didn't have an easy youth. Easy to make trouble, and made quite a lot of noise around town. It's customary for the Erland children to spend their last years of school at the Pikmin Academy. It makes rulers of them, makes them take care. If you need evidence that my son was little more than a worthless layabout, by all means, feel free to investigate his things. Fidrick. Yes, my lord, the guard responds. Take them to Ulick's quarters if they so wish, and then see them out. Yes, lord, Fidrick responds.
I start walking out, but I want to make this clear. As I'm walking down these halls, I'm looking for the first guard who I turned on, because I feel like he's our best bet.
Isn't he still outside?
He's at the gate.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm gonna talk to him before I go, but I do follow the guard because I don't want to cause any more trouble.
As we leave the room, I turn the fire back to its original color, and then I run over to Ronaldo, grab his pants leg, and follow him again. Oh, and I give Jane her quarterstaff back.
And I guess I don't steal anything.
And as they follow out, and I take a brief second, and I say, "Thank you," and I leave.
Okay. On your way out, the Lord says, "You probably should have spoken in the first place, young lady."
Well, yes, probably, but Ronaldo doesn't understand that yet. And she walks out.
I am really offended, but also kind of, yeah, that's true.
Can I say to Jane, are you going to be talking person now?
Are you going to start holding on to my skirt?
Can I?
No.
I am still talking, person Anne.
Okay, then I'm gonna do my guidance cantrip on you again.
All right.
So next time you do something, that's her thing. She's just learned that whoever does the talking needs Avanger's help.
I feel like Anne is my familiar. It's awesome. Okay, well, we follow the guards then, I guess.
All right, so Fidrick is leading you through the house and casually says, "So this is about Ulick, then? Why didn't you say so?"
Well, I was busy winking.
Ronaldo doesn't understand nuance.
I don't understand aunts either.
God damn it.
He's a favorite of the people, you know.
Ulick?
Oh.
They love him here. May not have been ready to be a Lord of Stoneroot, but a lot of people saw a lot of promising things in him.
Is he dusty?
I'm not sure what you mean.
And he wouldn't be covered in stone dust. He's a lord.
Oh. Okay.
So after leading you up a set of stairs, a door, Fidrick reaches a door, opens it up, and gestures inside and says, "Ulick's quarters." And in contrast to your imaginations, the only word that strikes you as accurate for Ulick's room is minimal. It's not a cruel condition of care for the sole son of the lord of the richest city in the region, but at least Ronaldo is confident that he stayed in at least half a dozen nicer inns while paying very little money at that. A small fireplace, a meagerly furnished single bed, and a makeshift open-air clothes rack sporting several copies of the same outfit dominate the room. Only a stool and a small, messy table fill the rest of it.
I turn to the guard who brought us here, and I say, "If he was so well loved, then why is his room like this?"
The Lord felt that Ulick needed a tighter leash of control.
I start rummaging through stuff in a really disrespectful way.
What are you rummaging through?
Clothes. I'm looking in pockets, basically.
You find nothing.
Can I roll perception to see if I see anything shiny or toy-like?
Yep.
I rolled a 5.
Oh!
Oops. So no.
You see nothing shiny and or toy-like.
There's nothing shiny in here, Ronaldo.
Yes, nothing toy-like either.
I use my thaumaturgy cantrip to slam the door in frustration.
Fidrick jumps and curses.
Wait, is Fidrick now outside the door?
No, he was inside.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if we slammed the door on this dude.
So I look at him and I say, "Alright, so let me get this straight. He's well loved by the people, but he needs a tighter leash of control according to his father. So, he really went to the academy though, right?"
Absolutely, I took him there myself.
Do you know where it is?
Absolutely, I took him there myself.
Can you take us?
I doubt he can take us, Anne, but...
Frederick, you're my friend now. I want to go with Frederick.
I'm afraid I can't.
I'm gonna grab his leg. I'm gonna hug it up. I'm gonna hug up on that leg, all up on it, on the inside, on the outside, all around it.
While Anna's doing this, I'm feeling around the walls for secret passages. I really want to find one. That's all.
Okay, well then you're gonna have to roll for it.
I'm gonna.
While this is all going on, I kind of look at him, then look down at Anne, then look back at him. Directions? Or maybe a map?
Fidrick says that it's conceivable that I could give you directions to it. I'm just curious why you want to find him so badly.
Leon got a 16 on that roll.
Is that good?
That's really good.
That's great.
Okay.
That was for which?
Finding a passageway.
Was that be?
I was like...
That would be investigation.
Yeah.
Investigation.
I think you have a 0 on that, right?
Yeah. So
okay.
It's just 16.
Okay, you find no secret passages.
Okay. So I've determined that there are none.
You find no secret passages.
Welcome to D&D, dear.
God.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I know. I was
That's
just trying to make you say it.
Them's the rules.
Okay. Damn it. All right. I'm gonna stop poking my hand around this room.
Oh wait, hold on. Did you take my my guidance roll to add to your 16? Remember?
What was the?
It was 3, wasn't it? Or
Oh. In that case, I rolled 19.
Oh well, in that case, You find no secret passages.
Cold ass DM.
Okay, it's either super hidden or they're really just disnod.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
That was fantastic.
Thank you.
So I look at him and I say, well, the reason I want to find him is not the reason you think. The reason I want to find him is I want to make sure that he's okay so that Ronaldo can shut up about the gold that he wants and be done with it, basically.
Emma's really worried about him then, Fidrick says.
At this point, I've wrapped my legs around his leg too, so I'm just off the ground.
So wait a minute, so you know Emma?
I've had the pleasure of making her acquaintance at least once or twice.
So is she a quote-unquote strumpet?
I didn't get that impression from her. She and young Ulick were quite in love with one another, actually. Look! And he turns down to the small table in the room and shuffles around on papers and pulls up a very small folded piece of paper. He unfolds it and holds it in front of you. And in flowery script, above the word Emma, is a drawing of the woman that you met at the inn earlier. A very talented drawing, actually, one that suggests a rather tender and sensitive attachment to the subject.
So, will you help us?
If she's that worried, I think I could find it in myself to give you directions to Rotswald.
Oh, I'm writing that down.
That would be great, thank you. And then we'll leave and
Well, are you just leaving the room and just walking out then?
well, no, what I'm going to say to him is, well, then if you give us the directions, we'll leave and we'll take care of this Emma problem without the Lord actually having to ruin his precious reputation.
I'll find you a map there. By all means, look around. I'll return in a couple of minutes.
Thank you.
I'm still attached to his leg. I just want to point that out.
Fidrick attempts to leave the room and says, if you can remove this from my leg.
Can I roll to squeeze even tighter? That's strength, right?
Ronaldo,
strength
call
test.
your...
Anne, don't.
That's a
No,
12,
bad.
but a -2, so 10. I'm pretty weak. So 10.
You're not getting any tighter, but you're still clamped on there pretty well.
I insist that Anne stop this.
How do you insist?
Oh god, I have to roll. Alright, I roll charisma. Alright, hold on.
I mean, you can just talk to me. You don't need to roll against me.
It's too late,
Oh.
and I botched it.
You only got an 8. No, I just shake my head, go,
Ronaldo gets a little annoyed and also jealous.
Friedrich's my friend now. He doesn't take everyone's money. He just wants to help.
Ronaldo throws his arms up in the air and looks at Jane and says, "You deal with this."
Fidrick looks down at you, Anne, and says, I can't help with you on my leg like that.
Oh, you gotta go?
For the moment.
Gotta go walkies?
Yep.
Okay, I let him go.
It's got super awkward.
I'll be back momentarily, he says, and exits the room.
Oh my god.
Are you guys gonna be doing stuff in here while we wait for him to come back?
I'm gonna look through the table, actually.
I already looked through the clothes. I didn't find anything, but I'm scanning the room as well.
I'm gonna look through the table, I guess, perception check on the table to see anything other than the drawing, if anything else of value. So, artificial 20.
Alright. You do find what look like some journal pages that are just either loose by themselves or have been like ripped out of the larger book. The first one you find is just the end of an entry that just reads, "Cannot take this anymore. There's no reason why I shouldn't be allowed to outlaw purple if I see fit. There's just no reason."
I look down at my clothes and I go, thank God I'm not wearing purple.
You grab the next one, and it reads, "Constantly getting in trouble. The head of the guard cannot stop looking over my shoulder. I am even now prohibited from visiting town outside the estate. While my father has insisted that I am destined for great things, he is incapable of allowing me exposure to minuscule things to understand the totality of my influence." I'm gonna need you to roll another perception check.
All of us?
Jane.
Oh, okay.
Well, Jane's the only one looking at the journal.
16.
16. You notice that this second entry that you've picked up is in slightly different handwriting. It looks similar enough, but you're convinced that it's not the same person. There are more entries still on the desk.
Do any of them look like this handwriting that I'm holding in the second piece of paper?
One other.
Okay, I'm going to take those two and put them in my pack.
Okay.
Do I find anything valuable?
No.
Damn. Damn.
I'm going to look at Ronaldo and I'm going to go, this kid is really smart.
The loot party. While this is going on, Anne gets bored. She uses her sacred flame cantrip to burn the hood off of her robes, and then fashions like a strap for her mace so she can hook her teddy bear onto it. So it's like a little keychain.
Oh my god. I look for secret passages for a third time. No, I don't do anything else.
I look at Ronaldo and I go, okay, so here's the thing. You gotta realize something.
Yeah.
Don't always go in guns a-blazing, because you see how I
What are
talk
guns?
to people and...
What are guns?
Aren't there gunslingers in this universe?
Yeah, they're muskets or something. I don't know what era we're really in.
Wait, DM, are there gunslingers in this universe or no?
There are no guns in the 5th edition, for the record.
No, there are no guns.
Okay, sorry. Okay, I'll rephrase that.
Yeah,
you don't just go in swords...
Although sometimes Ronaldo does refer to his biceps as his guns. Nobody knows why.
That's the motto of Clan Ronaldo. Swords a-blazing.
And I look at him and I go, so, did you see the difference in our methods there?
Yeah, you gotta understand, usually I can get by on a wink, and when that doesn't work, I get frustrated. So
And
sometimes
that's why
I
you
will...
have me. So the reason I was hired was to be your frustration buddy.
Okay, fine.
Frustration buddies!
Okay. I pat Anne on the head and sigh.
Ronaldo,
And
you see my bear?
I did. It is adorable, Anne.
It's attached to the mace now.
That's my god. Well, you'll be very threatening in our next and I guess first battle.
All right. Fidrick returns with a small map. Sidles over to you, Jane, hands you the map, and says, "This is the town of Rotswald here. This is Stone Root here. You can take this road to get there. It's usually about a day and a half travel, and when you get there, somebody will be able to direct you to the Pikmin Academy."
That's great. Thank you so much. Also, do you know anything about his journals? His journal entries?
Just that the young lord wrote furiously.
Okay, thank you. We're gonna go now.
Reading is hard.
I'll see you out. So, Fidrick moves you through the the manor back to the main entranceway, opens the door, sees you out, motions to the gate guard, who's still a little red in the face.
Okay.
Who opens the gates.
How many other guards are there within, like, that I can see right now? Because if, like, I don't want to get in trouble, but I just want to know who all is around me right now.
There were at least 10 guards in the front estate.
Alright, I probably shouldn't grab this guy's butt. I'll leave him I'll leave him alone.
I love that. I really thought, oh, well then I really shouldn't take out my sword. No, it was really, I really should not grab this guy's ass.
Right, I was
Can you say we make you uncomfortable?
I was planning on grabbing just one cheek and then going. But nah, I probably shouldn't get us in any more trouble.
Do we know this guy's name? The infatuated guard?
No.
Okay.
He never said, "Oh no," then I call, "What's your name?" I want to know.
He says, "Silas!"
I will return, Silas. I really do say that. And then I go.
He sighs and kind of swoons a little bit.
Nice.
Bye, Silas. I'm Anne. Oh, as we leave, I'm gonna run up and hug Friedrich before we leave.
He kind of pats you on the head and says, "Take care."
And then I run back to catch up with Ronaldo. I think it goes without saying that our marching order is Ronaldo in front, me behind, and then Jane in the back. She's the squishiest.
Thanks.
No, your stats are squishy. It's not a value judgment.
No, I was just thinking like you meant squishy as in like really great for pointy things.
Okay, so I assume we're just following Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I'm the one with the map.
Yeah, actually she has the map, so.
So I'm gonna follow the map, and I'm gonna follow like his directions. So
Okay, so you're striking out for Rotswald.
yes.
So you begin to make your way towards the main gate of the town. When rounding a corner, you see a group of 5 very disgruntled-looking, what you assume are quarry workers, from the thick dust that hangs on their clothing. When you turn around the corner, they look up in some disgust at you and begin moving towards you with a little bit of purpose.
Those dusty guys look grumpy, and then I give another guidance butt squeeze to Ronaldo.
Alright, I put my hand on my weapons, but I don't draw them.
My hands are at the ready to Flaffy.
Is that your Thunder Wave spell?
Yes. You told me every time I want to use it, I have to say Flaffy, so I am.
Alright.
The one who seems to have been appointed or elected himself, the so-called leader, runs up to the group, gives you all the once-over and says, well, what do we have here? A cliffhanger?
Hi, I'm Anne.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, what are you talking about?
Seriously, you guys didn't get that?
No,
Am I the only one who got that, really?
No, I actually did not get that at all.
I'm the only one who got it, Johnny.
Jeez, Jess, what can I say?
God, wait, no.
Someone here has obviously played Dungeons and Dragons before, and I don't think it's either Austin or Leon.
The only cliffhanger I know is the Sylvester Stallone movie.
That's exactly what I thought of.
Okay, so the joke is whenever the DM wants to give you a cliffhanger, they normally do something where the person who's talking to you says something, is this a cliffhanger?
Oh my god.
That's literally the joke. How do you not know that?
I'm sorry.
I have not. I've never heard that one before. I was always the DM, and I had never heard that one.
Wait, are we done already? We need more?
Next time on Dice Funk.
As the creaky door opens and you climb to the precipice, the bubbling pool of pudding beckons to you, and whispers crawl in the back of your mind that say, "Come to the chocolate."
I'm not getting naked for this.
I can't believe how swollen it got.
Ronaldo, my tummy hurts. As always, our theme song is A Fistful of Nickels, the overclocked remix arrangement of Shadow's theme from Final Fantasy VI. I just want to thank all of the executive producers of Dice Funk, including Alicia, Jason, Wayne Witzke, Brent, Joseph Timbrello, Taylor Hoyt, Chris Hargadon, August Rue, Cody Jackson, and Giorgio Renna. You can support the show at patreon.com/AustinYorsky, where you can also find early MP3s of the show and collections of fan art, including awesome illustrations by Wheezing Shark and Brian Tracy. You can download the MP3 there, listen to the show on channelawesome.com, or, if you're in the future, watch it on YouTube on Leon's Renegade Cut channel. I'm sure he'd love it if you'd subscribe, or follow him on Twitter at Renegade Cut. Or not. I'm not your Dungeon Master.